everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the law of attraction and how it has helped me become successful. Keep watching. Alright, so you might be asking what the law of attraction is. Well, it's a really simple concept. It is what you think about, you bring about. So if you're thinking positively or you're thinking about positive things, you will bring about those things. And if you're thinking negatively or thinking about negative things, you may also bring about those things. I'm not going to go too deep into the weeds on this, but I do want to talk a little bit about the base level understanding of the law of attraction and how it has really helped me become successful and happy. One thing that I think people often live with right now is a lot of fear and anxiety. And the number one thing that can feed that fear and anxiety is continually thinking about those negative aspects of your life and ruminating on them over and over like a hamster wheel, and you're just running in this hamster of negativity. That kind of attitude or thought can really bring about really negative things into your life. The law of attraction is based on energy. So if you're thinking positively and sending out positive energy, you will start to see positive things return to you. If you're thinking negatively and sending out negative energy, negative things could return to you. This is kind of called quantum physics, and you can look up quantum physics. Again, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to get into quantum physics, but I am talking about the law of attraction. One of the neat experiments that you can actually do in the law of attraction to see if it works for you is to think about a certain color car and see if you start seeing that car everywhere. Now, what happens is that your brain is actually starting to focus only on that specific car. But what happens with the law of attraction is when you start focusing on, for example, great business ideas, all of a sudden you're going to start recognizing great business ideas all around you and in your thought process. So the law of attraction may not necessarily be working like magic, but it does utilize science and psychology to bring about positive things in your life. Some of the things that I've brought into my life through the law of attraction, I would say, are mostly material. However, I have used it to really lessen my anxiety on a day-to-day basis. If I'm having a difficult day at work, I will start to tell myself that I'm going to have a great day at work. Or if I'm concerned that the workday isn't going to be great, I will reverse that thought and tell myself that I'm going to have a great day at work. And almost every time, the day turns out pretty well. Another thing I do when I'm driving somewhere is I say that I will get there safely and securely without incident. And I say without incident because I also don't really want to get pulled over. So I say that every time I travel, and I tell you in true honesty, there have been some times where I probably should have got run off the road by a semi-truck, and for some reason I didn't. I've also traveled in a lot of really bad weather and got places safely. And I'm not saying you should use this to be daring and drive in bad travel conditions. But if you are concerned while you're on the road and you find that anxiety makes it difficult for you to drive or to drive certain places, you can actually use that phrase to help you. The other phrase I use quite often is money comes easily and frequently. This may be a really popular phrase right now as we're struggling with unprecedented unemployment in this country. So I think that you have to remember that when you say money comes easily and frequently, it may be just the amount you need. You may not become a millionaire. But you could also say that there's abundance all around you, and you may find that someone drops off something free that you really needed. So I really love the phrase money comes easily and frequently. And when I say that, it helps to ease my money fears. And to be honest, since I've been doing that, I have not had issues with money. So again, I'm not saying that you are not going to have issues with money if you say this, but it can certainly help you ease your anxiety, which will allow you to make better financial decisions. The final thing in the law of attraction that's worked in my life is just some really specific areas where I saw something in my mind and it came to be later on. So many years ago, when I was living in an apartment in Burlington that was a little bit run down, I used to have kind of a vision that I would have a gray townhome with a blue or turquoise kind of SUV or van. Now I have a gray Cape with a blue SUV. So one of the most powerful things you can do with the law of attraction is to really visualize what you want. And when you visualize what you want, and you can even write it down every day, it will come to you. There's a famous law of attraction story about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey wrote a check for himself for $10 million, gave himself a time frame, and eventually he did actually reach $10 million, and it was a little bit before the time frame was about to run out. So he wasn't sure if it was going to work, but he believed it and it came true. So I hope these tips will help you. I hope you will look up the law of attraction. Again, I'm not doing a huge video on it today because I think that there's already a ton of content about it, and I encourage you to look up the law of attraction, Abraham Hicks, and I also encourage you to look up Jen Sincero. Jen Sincero has 2 books and they're absolutely fantastic. I believe it's You Are a Badass and You Are a Badass at Making Money. But she talks about her journey with the law of attraction, and she makes it sound a little bit more accessible and a little less woo-woo. So I would definitely check out Jen Sincero if you're not quite sure about LOA and you think that you want to find out from a normal person what it's all about. I hope these tips help you. I hope you spend this week picking one thing to think about that you would like to attract to you this week and see if it works. If it does work, let me know in the comments. I hope you'll like and subscribe for more videos every Monday.